My Tesla Model X review. Yes, I've literally had this Tesla Model X for 2 years and it has about 30,000 miles on it. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you exactly what I've been doing with this car, how much money we've made with it, how I've transformed it into a totally new car, and more importantly, some of the bad side of owning a Tesla Model X. All right, let's go.
Noel. Yeah, she can fix that. If you gotta get it done, no, you need to do it better. Well, she can fix that. Yeah, she can fix that. Investment to get back, trying to get a big stack. She can fix that. Let's fix that.
So one of the things that I want to share with you about this 2020 Tesla Model X is I bought this car brand new and I got it at about June of 2020. It was so exciting. I had waited over 6 months to get this car. Literally, there was a waiting list. If you ever want to buy a Tesla, you know it's a very simple process. You just go to 𝗡𝗲.com and you order your car. You can see some of the B-roll right here of how easy it is to order a Tesla. One of the amazing reasons why I got this car is because I wanted to put it in the business's name, and I knew that I wanted to put this car on Turo, Car Hire, and other peer-to-peer car sharing sites because I knew that I could make a ton of money with this Tesla Model X. And it has over exceeded some of my expectations. Like I said, when I first listed this car on Turo, we were listing it at $209 a day. We were making thousands of dollars per month on this car, and people were absolutely loving the experience. One of the great reasons as to why you would want to do a Tesla or have a Tesla, and especially rent a Tesla out, is people absolutely love the car. It's 100% electric. You don't need to put gasoline in it, but it has so much great technology. It has this big full screen television right here. You can play video games on it. You can use the internet. It has access to all of these amazing apps with podcasts and Sirius XM and just all of these different apps. I absolutely love how much technology this car has. And for putting it on sites like Turo and other car rental sites, I always know what this car is. It has an amazing app that always tells me where the car is, how many miles it has, how fast it's going, if the windows are down, even if someone leaves the door open, I know right from my app on my phone. So it's an amazing car to rent out because you always know where the car is and you always have control over it. Another amazing reason why I rented this car out and wanted to rent this car out is because it's easy to give to people. Because it's all this technology and I can run it right from my app, I literally can just leave the key inside of that car, walk away, drive away, leave it at the airport, leave it at their person's Airbnb, wherever they rented it from. And then right from my app, I can unlock the door, let them in. I can see where they are with the car, and just everything that you would need to know. I cannot wait till the next update from Tesla comes out. In fact, this car has what we call full self-driving capabilities. So it's not active yet. It's still in beta mode. Yeah, 2 years later, it's still in beta mode for the full self-driving capability. But once that launches, I just know that even more people are going to want to use this car because the autopilot feature is amazing. And I've literally been on the highway, put the autopilot on, and took my hand off the steering wheel and started texting and emailing. So this car has so much technology. I absolutely love everything about it, especially all of the technology. All right, so now let's talk about how I transform this car. Like I said, I've had this Tesla Model X for now 2 years. It's a 2020. It's now 2022 when I'm making this video, going into 2023. And this car runs perfectly. First of all, it has about 30,000 miles on it. And I wanted to transform it. It was white before and it was doing really well. But I had saw some really cool Tesla Model X's and I knew that I could do the same thing with mine. So you will notice that we did this really cool wrap on this car, like where it starts off blue and then it starts fading to black. I was able to paint the wheels and they went from silver and now the wheels are black. I put black accents on the door handles. So now this car just looks so cool that even more people want it. Because we were doing the car on Turo and because I'm such a YouTube star and people absolutely love me and I have a music label, I rent my car out not just on Turo, but for music videos, for commercials, for movies, all different types of things. And people pay even more money than they do on Turo. So now that this car looks super cool, I've already had 2 people rent this car and put it in their music videos and they pay over $1,000 for just 1 day with this car and they put it in their music video and it is so awesome. So this car, people love it and now it looks even more cool with these great features that I absolutely love it. So let me show you some clips on how we transformed this car from a white car to this blue and black car that you see today. So you will see so much footage of the before and after of this. Look at how amazing this transformation was, and it only took about 1 week. Look at this here. And we were able to use a local provider. So one of the things about being an entrepreneur that I absolutely love is supporting local business owners. And I was able to support this local business owner. And you see how amazing he did with this car, how he transformed it, took the doors off and everything. And we wrapped this car. I was able to buy the wrap on my own, then have it shipped to him. And then he worked on this and transform this car from white to blue to black. Look at how he's changing the rims right now, taking them from silver to black. And oh my gosh, look at this part right here, because this is just amazing. Look at how he's doing all of this here. Like, I just love this step right here. Oh my gosh, so amazing. And look at this right here. Now we're doing the door handles. So you see how he were able to take the door handles from silver to black. So this car looks super cool, and you can see this whole transformation. I absolutely love how he was able to transform this car, and I love that I was able to support a local business. Oh my gosh, yes. Whoa, do you have a Tesla, or do you want a Tesla? Comment below and let's have a conversation about it. There's a Tesla Model 3, there's a Tesla Model Y, Tesla Model X, and of course the Tesla Model X, which is what I have here. This one is $109,000. Let's talk about which one you want. Comment below and let's have a conversation about it. So let's talk about some of the bad. I've shared with you the good and the wonderful about this Tesla Model X, but let's get into the real talk. Is everything good about this car? Well, of course not. There are some major differences between owning a car and owning a Tesla. Like I said, this car is 100% electric. And so many times people are like, what about the battery? Have you ever been out in public and the battery was about to die? Or you thought you charged it and then you didn't charge it like I do with my phone and now it's about to die? Do any of those crazy situations happen to you? Well, very few, but it does happen. So let me tell you a true story. So literally, I was out driving this car, and again, I have this Tesla Model X, and I also have a Tesla Model S, a 2017 Model S. You can see it pictured here. So I have two Teslas. I have the Tesla charger in my garage. Like, I absolutely am committed to electric cars, and I love everything that they do. However, there have been times when I thought I charged it all night, and the power tripped on the power charger, and so, you know, it was actually getting no power at all. And then when I go in the morning, I'm thinking it's fully charged. It's going to have 320 miles on it that I can drive. And I get in the car and it's at 42 miles. Oh my God. That absolutely sucks, because like I said, when you're charging the Tesla at your home in the garage, in order for it to charge all the way from empty to all the way to full, it usually takes all night. So again, I pull it in my garage, I charge it all night, I wake up in the morning, it's good to go. But what if you forget to charge it? Well, then you have to go to a supercharger. And these are where lots of different Tesla owners take their cars to get charged. It's super cool, it doesn't take very long, it's a supercharger, but it is kind of an inconvenience. It is kind of an inconvenience, and there has been some situations where I needed to be somewhere and I needed to charge the car. Not cool. So one more thing that's kind of regrettable about the Tesla Model X, and I'm sure you can relate, especially when it comes to the charging of it, is how much the Tesla Model X costs. So again, I'm a very rich person. I make lots of money. It's fine. But this car, of course, was $109,000 brand new. So the car note on this car is about $1,000 per month. So for many people, that's a lot of money, and this is not really a car that a lot of people can afford. But for me and what we do in the business, this car has been incredible. Like I said, the car note is $1,000 per month, but we're renting it at least $210 per day. And now that I have gotten it looking super cool, got this cool wrap going on it, got the black wheels, the black door handles, and it's like super cool. Well, I get even more money per day for this car. So literally, like I said, I had somebody rent it for a music video. They paid $1,000 for 1 day, for 1 full day of having this car. And so just think about that. In 1 day, I made the entire car note, and the rest of the month, I can drive the car absolutely free if I want to. So think of this as a business idea, because if you just think about, well, I'm gonna buy a $110,000 car and I'm gonna save money on gas because it's electric, and I'm gonna just save all all this money because I don't have to go to the gas station anymore. Let me be really honest with you. The gas savings are not that much. Obviously, you're charging it and electricity does cost something. It does cost a lot less than gasoline at the gas stations because we're at like $4 and $5 a gallon. But at the same time, it does have a cost to it, and the cost between gasoline and electricity is not that major to make it where this is this big savings to spend $110,000 on a car. But you do save money with the electricity. You don't have to keep going to the gas station. And like I said, this is a long range Tesla Model X, so it gets 320 miles for every charge. So I can literally drive this car from Orlando, and I only have to stop one time when I'm driving to Atlanta. You know what I mean? I can go so far in this car off just one charge. So that was an absolutely amazing thing. But the savings that I was thinking I was going to get between the gasoline really weren't that much. And then the incentives on your tax return that they give you, the tax incentives where you can save money because you bought an electric car. I am in a different tax bracket, so I did not qualify for those tax savings, so that was not as great for me as well. But if you got a Tesla Model 3, which is only like $40,000 brand new, then you would definitely be saving a ton of money on gasoline. It doesn't cost $100,000, and you will be saving on those tax incentives on your tax return. So that's what we have here. Wow, I have my new book, Toro Millionaire Secrets, that teaches you all of my tips and tricks on how I run a successful Toro business and how you can do the exact same thing too. You can get this book absolutely free at freetorobook.com. That's free, F-R-E-E, Toro, T-U-R-O, book, B-O-O-K.com, freetorobook.com. Get my new book, Toro Millionaire Secrets, where I share all of my secrets to success on this Toro business. That way you can have all of the tips, all of the knowledge, and all of the tools that you need to be successful. This is Noelle. To your success.